All right, what's good? What's good, man? Let's get into it. So, Lamar Jackson is franchise tagged by the Baltimore Ravens, basically saying this is the death knell for the Ravens in the Lamar Jackson era, which means the Ravens will be probably they gave him the non-exclusive tag, which means they can trade him. And by the title, you guys already know where I think Lamar Jackson is going. I think Lamar Jackson will be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. Now, first of all, let me just say this, Ravens, hey, it is what it is. Now, I'm going to just speak on the Ravens a little bit as it comes. Me and CEO will probably be talking about this Saturday. Our podcast, the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, live every Saturday. Ravens, if you're going to do this, do it right. Get rid of Harbaugh, tank for Caleb, get all the draft picks you can get, and just bottom out. Bottom out. Do what the 76ers did in basketball. Do what the Dolphins did a few years ago for Tua, and just bottom out for Caleb. It is what it is. Now, as it goes for Lamar Jackson, I think Lamar Jackson is going to be a Buccaneer. And here's my reasons why. I already said this in a few live streams, but I'm going to say it here right now. Number one, Tampa Bay does have draft picks. I don't know if it's a lot of draft picks, but I know they do have a lot of draft picks. Number two, Tampa Bay is not a bad team. I think Tom Brady just didn't want to play for Tampa Bay anymore, and he had his off-the-field issues that, they still have Mike Evans. They still got Chris Godwin. They can probably draft another. They could probably draft another running back because I know they got rid of Leonard Fournette, and some of their offensive line was injured, but I think they're coming back now. Defense, I don't know about the defense. They still have. I think they still have Brian Leftwich or whatever his name is. I still think Tampa Bay is a still decent team, and they still have Bruce Arians in the mix. You put Lamar Jackson on that team, they're winning that division because who's going to stop them? Bum Derek Carr. Derek Carr ain't doing nothing. The Saints are being last in the division, and Carolina is going to probably draft a quarterback. Falcons are probably going to draft a quarterback, and honestly, I don't like any of these quarterbacks coming out anyway. So it is what it is. I think he's going to be a Tampa Bay Buccaneer, and also number two, I honestly don't think the Ravens are going to trade him in the AFC. I just honestly don't think they're going to trade him in the AFC. They're going to say, Lamar, pick a team in the NFC that you want to go to. And I honestly think out of all the teams in the NFC that Lamar will want to go to is Tampa Bay because he's from Florida. He's from Florida. And people don't remember this. When they traded for Tyreek Hill, people I think last offseason, people were saying, if instead of Tua, if they had Lamar Jackson, they would be Super Bowl contenders. And Lamar Jackson liked the post. He liked the post. Now that, honestly, the Dolphins are going to keep Tua, and B, they're not going to trade him to an AFC team, Tampa Bay makes the most sense. It's in Florida. It's in Florida where Lamar Jackson is from. And it's a good team. They have a good coach. I do think Brian Leftwich might be a good offensive coordinator. I don't know if he's not. I don't know if he is or not. I don't know if he is or isn't. It is what it is there. They have Todd Bowles, who's a defensive mind. All they need, and they still have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Scotty Miller, I think. Like, they can make some moves. So all I'm going to say is this. I honestly think Lamar Jackson will be a Buccaneer next year. It makes the most sense. The team is not bad. They just need a quarterback. They got wide receivers. I don't know who their tight end is, but he's pretty good. Their offensive lines come back healthy. They're going to draft their running back or sign a running back, whatever the case may be. Hey, they might trade for Derrick Henry. You never know. Even though I don't think that's possible because they might want a first rounder. And Lamar wants to go back to Florida. He wants to go back to Florida. This is the only one that makes sense. All the Florida teams are in the AFC. Jacksonville, number one, Lamar's not going to Jacksonville because they have Trevor, and why would you want to go to Jacksonville? Number two, the Dolphins already have Tua, and they already said they're sticking with Tua, and the Ravens are not going to train to an AFC team. So I honestly believe Lamar will be a Buccaneer next year. And as Lamar, as the franchise tag go, it is what it is, man. I knew the Ravens weren't going to sign him because if they were going to sign him already. and they don't trust it. They think he's injury prone, and they just don't think he's that guy. It is what it is. I think it's best for both parties to go their separate ways. But this is the end of the Lamar Jackson era in Baltimore. Let me know what you guys think of it. I know CEO will give his thoughts on it. It is what it is. John Harbaugh, I think, should have been fired years ago, and he was going to get fired until Lamar Jackson fell in his lap. And as it goes for the Ravens, hey, like I said, you guys have to bottom out. You guys have to bottom out. If you're gonna go in this direction without Lamar, you're gonna go get Caleb clearly, and you're gonna go, restart. And I think you guys need to restart without Harbaugh. And as it goes for Lamar, man, hey, go to Tampa Bay and ball out. Go to Tampa Bay and ball out. Go ball out with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and their tight end and whatever running back they draft, and go be in Florida where you want to be, man. But that's my thoughts, man. What are yours? This is the end of the Lamar Jackson era in the Ravens, I believe. What's your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens in this franchise tag? In my opinion, that Tampa will try to trade for him. RJ out.